Good afternoon. Here myself Urvi Akbari from group L11 1932, and today my topic of discussion is popliteal fossa approaches to it. First, about popliteal fossa. The popliteal fossa is a diamond-shaped intermuscular area found on the posterior aspect of the knee joint. The popliteal fossa is a shallow depression located at the back of the knee joint. It is formed between the muscular in the posterior compartment of the thigh and leg. Then, boundaries of popliteal fossa. Its boundaries are the biceps femoris tendon superolateral and semimembranosus reinforced by semitendinous supromedial. The medial and lateral heads of gastrocnemius form the inferomedial and inferolateral boundaries. Then, floor of the popliteal fossa. From above down is formed by first, popliteal surface of the femur, second, capsule of the knee joint, third, oblique popliteal ligament, fourth, popliteal muscles covering the upper posterior surface of the tibia. The roof of the fossa is formed by the fascia lata, which is here strongly reinforced by transverse fibers. It is pierced by the small saphenous vein and the posterior femoral cutaneous nerve. The floor is provided from above downwards by the popliteal surface of the femur, the capsule of the knee joint, reinforced by the oblique popliteal ligaments and the popliteal muscles. Then, contents of the popliteal fossa. First, popliteal artery and its branches. Second, popliteal vein and its tributaries. Third, medial popliteal tibial nerve and its branches. Fourth, lateral popliteal common peroneal and its branches. Fifth, popliteal lymph nodes. Content. The major content of the popliteal fossa are the popliteal artery. This is the deepest of the neurovascular structures in the popliteal fossa. It is continuation of the femoral artery and appears on the upper medial side under the margin of the semimembranosus muscles. The popliteal vein. It is superficial to the end travels with the popliteal artery, the tibial nerve and common fibular nerve. These are the two major branches of the sciatic nerve. They are the most superficial of the neurovascular structure in the popliteal fossa. They appear under the margin of the biceps femoris muscles. Let's see popliteal muscles. Origin by a tendon from anterior end of popliteal groove on lateral femoral chondrite. You can see in this picture. Its tendon passes under lateral collateral ligament of the knee. Popliteal muscle insertion. Tendon passes within the knee capsule under arcuate popliteal ligament into a triangular area on the posterior surface of the tibia above the soleal line. Knee capsule and lateral meniscus. Then, popliteal artery. In the popliteal fossa, the popliteal artery gives rise to branches which supplies attached muscles and to a series of geniculate arteries which contribute to vascular anastomosis around the knee. The genicular arteries are the superior lateral, superior medial, middle, inferior lateral, and inferior medial genicular arteries. Then popliteal vein. The popliteal vein is located behind the knee. Its courses run alongside the popliteal artery but carries the blood from the knee joint and muscles in the thigh and calf back to the heart. Its origin is defined by the junction of the posterior tibial vein and anterior tibial vein. It drains the peroneal vein before reaching the knee joint and turns into the femoral vein when leaving the adductor canal. The popliteal artery extends from the femoral artery behind the popliteal fossa, which is the space behind the knee. Clinical anatomy of the popliteal fossa. First, swelling in popliteal fossa. Mass in popliteal fossa can occur due to many causes. Examples: Baker's cyst, popliteal artery aneurysms. These are two major causes. Then deep vein thrombosis, neoplasm of the muscle. Popliteal artery entrapment syndrome is a rare condition involving extrinsic compression of the popliteal artery behind the knee due to the anomalous relationship of the muscles and artery in the popliteal fossa. Popliteal artery aneurysms. Popliteal artery aneurysms are the most common peripheral arterial aneurysms and the second most common aneurysms after abdominal aortic aneurysms. A popliteal aneurysm is bulging and weakness in the wall of the popliteal artery, which supplies blood to the knee joint, thigh, and calf. A popliteal aneurysm can burst, which may cause life-threatening, uncontrolled bleeding. The aneurysms may also cause a blood clot, potentially requiring a leg amputation. Popliteal artery entrapment is an uncommon clinical entity that occurs due to compression of the popliteal artery by excess muscles and tendinous structure. You can see in this picture. Next, Baker's cyst. A Baker's cyst is a fluid-filled sac behind your knee. It often causes a bulge and a feeling of tightness. Symptoms of a Baker's cyst. It might not cause any symptoms, but they may include swelling behind your knee, swelling in your leg, knee pain, stiffness. You won't be able to bend your knee. Causes of Baker's cyst. Causes of a Baker's cyst may include swelling in the knee. This happens when the fluid that lubricates your knee joint increases. When pressure builds, fluid squeezes into the back of the knee and creates the cyst. Arthritis. People with all forms of arthritis often have Baker's cyst. Injury. A sports-related injury or other blow to the knee can cause a Baker's cyst. Gout. This type of arthritis, which results from the buildup of uric acid in the blood, can lead to a Baker's cyst. Thank you for your attention.